2002. This is the time that or 2022. The magical year that I learned that confidence is a skill that can be learned. I don't know how I went through 41 years of my life and I did not know that, okay? What I thought was confidence is something that you have or you don't have. So imagine me, right? And I have a period, like time periods where I'm like super in my power and things are amazing and I'm like kicking it in life. And then life happens and something happens with, chaos, family falls apart, things around you fall apart, life just throws you some curveball. And then you're not operating at your best and then you don't show up, like suddenly you're not interacting with people as much, and then you get into your lower self and like, oh man, I can't do this. And does any of this like sound familiar to anybody? So then it takes you a little while to build up the courage and then you go back out and you're like, oh, okay, great. It just took me 6 months to do that, but I'm okay, I'm back. Okay. And then you go through this cycle. This is a cycle I was going through like all through my life until 2022, when I actually, I watched a video training series about confidence being a learned, teachable skill, as opposed to you've got it or you don't. And I was like, why don't they teach this when we're young? Why don't they teach us things? I'm going to have you guys do a couple little exercises. Okay. Are you willing to? Like, tell me if there's anybody not willing to do this, by all means, don't be willing. That's fine. But if you guys are willing, just work with me through this. Okay. So I want you guys to get really sad for a minute. Just get really sad. I want you guys to look at the camera. Like, and not just the camera, but look at the other people here. What happens with our bodies when we get really sad? You guys can take yourselves off mute. I just want you guys to shut up the answer. What do you guys notice when people were like, oh?
Deflated.
Deflated, yeah. And it's a physical sensation, right? Like you think something, you feel it, and your body shifts. Anything anybody else noticed?
The weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's like a physical, like brings you down. You get smaller, right?
The whole physiology changes. You go into what's called flexion. Your head drops. Can't smile. Can't see anything.
Okay, all right. Let's try this other one. Okay, so we're gonna be sad again, right here, and then we're gonna like smile as big as we can, and look at the camera. Doesn't that just feel really weird? Okay. So all right, tell me what happened with you guys there. Like body sensations, whatever. Like what just happened?
Physiology is incongruent with the psychology, and you don't know which way is up anymore.
Yeah. Do you ever find that you have mixed feelings and like anxiousness and these various things that come up, and sometimes like your stuff doesn't all match? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, now I want you to do something. I want you to stand up if you can. I mean, if you don't want to be on camera or whatever because you're wearing no pants, like turn it off or step aside, right? But just stand up for a minute, okay? I want you to put your hands on your hips. Just like, and stand nice and tall, like there's a, like a string pulling your head up. And I want you to give a nice big smile. Okay, all right, then put back down. Okay, and how do you guys, like, what was that like for you? How do you feel on that? Elevated. Yeah, I found I breathed better.
I felt stronger.
Powerful. Yeah, so did you guys?
I just get playful.
You get playful. Yeah, you're like, do-do-do, Good. So this is just a little exercise to recognize that when you can change your physiology, and that can actually shift how you're feeling. And how you're feeling, like if you're feeling low, you can do something physical to start to change that inner feeling and mechanism. Because when we tried to smile, when we were like feeling sad, it just like kind of mixed up the signals. Well, there's something to that. So you can do different poses and you can do things. It will actually start to have your brain go into alignment with you feeling more confident. Okay, just a little tip.
Here's a story all about you. Clicking that subscribe button, you know what to do. And if you're adventurous, you can click the one beside it that says surprise me and go on a whole new adventure. But again, this is a story all about you up-leveling yourself and knowing what to do. Trust the process, have a good time, and who said learning and self-growth or business growth has to be boring? You can do anything you want. This is your life, your adventure. Make it what you want.